It's more of a game warden thing to me.
Well, it's illegal, Burton. I know that.
Well, apparently there's a lot of people out there that are just in love with Baldur's Gate 3, even though now places are reporting because of the bare sex and the bare necessities. It shot up in the charts because of that. I would more think that the game shot up because they had a 7-hour showcase, showcasing a lot more things of the game, and that this was just the one-off instance of the situation of the game to make it go viral. But who am I to talk about any of this?
Excuse me. Yeah. There. Yeah. Yeah. Do you need assistance? Oh, yeah.
Well, let's take a good look at what's going on here. IGN, and there's other outlets also, but this is the first one that I saw was from IGN. They posted on Facebook. Of course, I went and got an archive of it because that's what you do on something like this. But their title here is Baldur's Gate 3 is now more popular than ever thanks to bare sex appeal or reveal, not appeal. Reveal. So because of the bare sex, because you can do whatever you want to a druid in bare form, because you can throw your nasties out there, it balls deep in a beastly bear of the furry kind, it sold the game. It doesn't have anything to do with it being a 7-hour showcase of a game that has been muchly anticipated by the RPG community, saying, oh, we want to play this game. No, no, no. It's all because the romanticized version where a vampire elf and a druid in bear form get it on. Well, and I think a further discussion is warranted on this situation with Baldur's Gate 3. I'm going to mention this is a adult style game, and the original Baldur Gates that came out weren't really rated for that. And apparently this sex scene with the bear is all some big joke that somebody sat there for hours on end programming and making sure that you could see things that were not safe for stream, so far so that they account for Baldur's Gate 3 was banned from TikTok on top of everything here. Now I gotta say, my video was performing very nicely. This video you see in front of me, until it hit a certain group of people that decided to watch it and crater it to the ground, because I watched my watch time go from 3 to 4 minutes to about under a minute in a very, very short span. In that short span, it actually killed the momentum of the video, and that's what YouTube does. This is how YouTube gauges watch time. They gauge it in the algorithm, and that is one way that actually destroys a video, is if several people get together, click on a video, and then click off. So do me a favor and go watch to the end of this video. It may revive it, and you can see my original take on this situation with the Baldur's Gate the Baldur's Gate, whatever you want to call this is, because at this point I can't help but to wonder if D&D and Loran, or however you pronounce their name for the gaming company that is behind this, you got to wonder if they're opening up their own porn website very, very soon of the furry kind. Now we're going to look at a little bit here, because a lot of outlets are actually saying that the game has shot up to the top of the bestsellers list ever, and that this game is making grounds. It's making groundbreaking things, and it's doing so well that the game is doing it's doing amazingly. While the game is $79.99 Canadian, and it's still in early access mode. Like, it's an early access game. Now, as you can see, that the game for me is actually hidden by my preference. Well, part of that is there was too many things that have been showing up on my Steam page that is not safe to show in normal viewing pleasures. It's all thanks to a few viewers throwing me some random games. Now I'd get my Steam feed is full of stuff I don't want to see. But this one in particular, yeah, it's hidden by preference. You can see it is rated M 13 or 17 plus. If we go over to the Peggy site, it's actually rated 18 plus in the UK. And it's not a very good look for the game overall because now it's an adult game. It's no longer rated for 12 or teenagers where originally once was. And one of the reasons why I want to show this part of it, if you go into the reviews here, and then you show the graph, right? You show this graph when it came out in early access in October 2020. They had almost 20,000 reviews of this game, which it nets over at least over a million. I think over a million sales of the game at this point. I think they're at 1.9 million sales of this game, and over the last month they've had 2,600 positive reviews. Now before that, each month before that was just under 1,000 reviews. Oh, this one's 800 reviews. This one's another 900 reviews. So, they've almost tripled the reviews. So that shows you possibly you've seen a tripling in their sales from the 7-hour showcase. Is this literally from you being able to have sex with a bear? Or is this because people actually saw a 7-hour showcase of a video game that they wanted to enjoy? And now, when I go to Twitter, I see their trailer for it, and over the trailer is throwing in romantic relationships with everyone in the game. And to me, that is not what Baldur's Gate ever was. The whole idea of Baldur's Gate was this top-down view to sit there and search the areas, to gain magical items, to actually defeat the evil that was part of the game, and actually go questing as part of the game. And this new version of it looks more updated, like Skyrim. It looks more like the games that we see coming out on next-gen consoles, where you run around in a first-person view, and you actually do stuff in the game and actually quest as a single-player game, and you're not actually a party. So I'm not entirely sure where this game really lies. Everything I've seen, it doesn't look like the original Baldur's Gate. You're calling it Baldur's Gate because you're using the same names of characters in the game, but then all of a sudden we have places like IGN saying, oh, it sold so great because of this bear sex in the game. And back to the original point here, yeah, it shot up on the charts. It's now the top selling game, or it's the second top selling game right now. We're in the middle of summer. Will this game continue to be played? It'll be tough to say. Right now, the most played games, let's scroll down here. Let's see if we can find it here. I think it's, okay, we got Hogwarts at 75. Are we beating Hogwarts right now? Where is it? You know what? It's hidden. It's hidden for a reason. Oh, why can I not find it? Path of Exile, Conan's... Oh, Baldur's Gate 3 right now has almost 20,000 people playing. I'm filming this in the middle of a Sunday, so that goes to show you maybe where things lie with that. Okay, on Steam BD, we have the same sort of thing. You know what? I'll refresh this so it's fresh, so everyone can see this. So where was Baldur's Gate? Baldur's Gate is number 71 right now, still with an all-time peak player rate of 73,000, which was when it came out in early access, when it was released in October 2020. Right now, they have 20,000 people playing the game. That seems all right. Now, Hogwarts, I like to go to Hogwarts because they set the tone. 879,000 people were playing the game at some point, and there's almost 20,000 people playing the game right now, 18,365. The 24-hour peak is 18,751, so they're keeping that peak. They're keeping it there pretty good. So if we go into Baldur's Gate here, you can see the trends, how it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. This is from October 2020. You can see, actually, lifetime player count. Okay, you can see it here at 73,000 down to under 25,000. So this really does show you where things actually really lie with this game. Will it continue to flow? Will it start to gain more popularity? Is it because you can have sex with a bear? I don't believe so, and I don't believe that narrative that having sex with a bear is what sold this game. I really don't. I think that they held a very good showcase. They showcased a lot of stuff, and that is why people would buy into it. Now, estimations here, they're saying some is 2.8 million, some are saying 1.3 million people actually own this game. So it's anywhere from 1.28 to 3.53. They can't estimate because this is on all different platforms that they're trying to sit there and go. They do estimate the game is going to gain popularity over time, but is it really going to do something? Is it really going to go somewhere else? I'm not entirely sure. I think the game has more values to it that would actually do well, but I gotta say, right now, it looks like a dating sim to me, and that is not something I am personally interested in. And especially when you sit there and throw in a druid that can shapeshift as a bear. Like, it's apparently an ongoing joke being able to shapeshift into as a druid into your animal form and have sex. It's kind of a sickening little twist to the plot, and it just makes it all so much fantastical when you have a vampire elf having sex with a bear in druid form. Anyway, I'm your Proud King Phoenix, Cinder Shadow. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you all next time.